After receiving a call from the police and learning that their 14-year-old son stole the family car and went for a joyride, an Arizona couple was disappointed, to say the least. Wanting to teach their son a lesson, they devised a punishment for his bad behavior. But was it over the top? You decide. Angel Martinez, a 14-year-old Arizona boy, likely thought he'd get away with taking his parents' Range Rover for a drive when he jumped in the vehicle without permission while his mom and dad were on vacation, according to the New York Post. Unfortunately for him, his joyride took a dangerous turn, garnering the attention of the local police, and it was all downhill for him from there. "I just wanted to drive, but I don't have a license, so I just took it," Angel admitted. "I can wash the car, and I was like, I don't have anything to dry it, so I'm going to take it for one spin until it dries," he recalled. However, that explanation didn't cut it when the cops caught him speeding and notified his parents. After taking his parents' Range Rover without permission, Angel was caught speeding through his North Phoenix neighborhood, disrupting his neighbors. After disrupting his neighbors by flying through his North Phoenix neighborhood at dangerous speeds, Angel caught the attention of the police, and his parents were contacted. Ramon Martinez, Angel's father, and his wife were vacationing in Las Vegas, celebrating their anniversary when he received the call, and he was none too pleased. The boy's parents returned home and decided to lay down the law. Ramon and his wife devised a creative punishment that they hoped would teach their son a lesson. With Angel having been in trouble a few times before and no other options, his parents decided it was time to clean house, Fox 10 reported. "We took all his stuff out. His room is 100% empty, and we're just giving all his stuff away," he added, referring to all of his son's personal belongings. Not only was all of Angel's possessions spread out in front of the house for others to take for free, but his parents also made him sit outside for hours with his belongings and an apology sign as well. "Sorry I stole my parents' car and was speeding," the cardboard sign read, according to the Blaze, and Angel's belongings went as fast as the Range Rover he was driving, meaning he'd be sleeping on the floor or a couch for a while. Now Angel knows what it's like to have his personal property taken without his permission, and his dad hopes it teaches him a lesson. Explaining the thought process behind the creative punishment and the sign, Ramon said it was devised mostly to apologize to the neighbors for Angel's reckless behavior. "He could have run someone over. Something really bad could have happened," he said. "Hopefully you know you do what's right, and you'll be able to tell later in the years," the disappointed dad said, expressing his hopes for his style of parenting. "For now, you know we're just trying to do our best to keep him out of trouble and make sure he understands that things like this will not be tolerated," he added. Although Angel's parents gave away his clothing, his bed, and a television set to complete strangers who came by their home, the boy seems to have taken it all in stride. "It's kind of weird, but I think it's a fair punishment," he said. As his dad said, however, only time will tell whether it was effective in making a point and discouraging the boy from doing something similar again. While many parents might choose a more conventional punishment, the Martinez family's bold approach quickly gained attention in their community. Neighbors were both surprised and intrigued to see the teenager sitting outside with his belongings and a sign detailing his misdeed. Some even stopped by to chat, offering words of advice to Angel, who admitted he was embarrassed by the situation. "I didn't think they'd actually do something like this," Angel said, "but I guess I deserved it." The creative punishment sparked a larger conversation about parenting in the digital age, where traditional methods sometimes fail to resonate with teens. Ramon Martinez defended his decision, saying, "We live in a world where kids often feel entitled. Sometimes you need to shake things up to get the message across." His wife agreed, adding that they had tried grounding Angel and taking away privileges in the past, but it hadn't worked. "This time, we wanted him to really feel the consequences of his actions," she said. As Angel sat outside, many neighbors expressed their support for the Martinez family's unorthodox method. One passerby, a retired teacher, commended the couple. "It's a tough love approach, but sometimes that's what kids need. Better to learn now than face harsher consequences later," she remarked. Others, however, questioned whether the punishment was too extreme. Critics argued that giving away Angel's belongings might have been excessive and could leave a lasting emotional impact. A child psychologist weighed in, cautioning that public humiliation might backfire. While the intention is to teach accountability, public punishment can sometimes lead to resentment or damage self-esteem, she said, It's important to balance consequences with constructive conversations. For Angel, the punishment was a wake-up call. I felt embarrassed, yeah, he admitted. But I also know I messed up big time. I'm lucky nothing worse happened. Reflecting on his actions, Angel acknowledged that his parents' tough stance might prevent him from making similar mistakes in the future. In the days that followed, the story spread beyond the neighborhood, with local news outlets covering the incident. The Martinez family found themselves at the center of a parenting debate, with social media users weighing in. Some hailed Ramon and his wife as role models for parents, while others accused them of being too harsh. "We didn't do this for attention," Ramon clarified in an interview. "We did it because we love our son and want him to learn responsibility." Despite the mixed reactions, Ramon and his wife remained firm in their belief that the punishment would benefit Angel in the long run. "It's not about taking away his stuff," Ramon explained. "It's about making him understand that actions have consequences and that trust, once broken, has to be earned back." Angel's mother took an additional step by signing him up for a local volunteer program, where he would spend weekends helping others in the community. "We want him to see the value of hard work and giving back," she said. "Hopefully, this experience will teach him to appreciate what he has." Meanwhile, Angel began to rebuild his room piece by piece. His parents told him he could earn back his possessions through good behavior and completing household chores. "It's not going to be easy, but I'm willing to work for it," Angel said. His first task was mowing lawns in the neighborhood, a job that also gave him an opportunity to apologize to the neighbors he had disturbed during his joyride. As time went on, the family reflected on the incident and its aftermath. "Parenting isn't about being perfect," Ramon said. "It's about doing what you think is best for your child, even if it's tough. We just hope Angel will look back one day and understand that everything we did came from a place of love." Months after the incident, Angel's parents noticed a significant change in their son's behavior. He became more mindful of his actions, often pausing to consider the consequences before making decisions. "It's like he finally understands the value of accountability," his mom said proudly. Angel also began taking more initiative around the house, helping with chores without being asked. His parents took this as a sign that their unconventional punishment had a lasting impact. Angel's newfound maturity extended beyond his home. At school, he became more focused on his studies and even joined a student leadership program. During one meeting, he opened up about the incident and what it taught him about respect, responsibility, and second chances. "I never realized how much my parents did for me until I lost everything I took for granted," he shared with his peers. "It's not just about stuff, it's about trust and earning it back." The family story also inspired other parents in the community to rethink their approach to discipline. Some even reached out to the Martinez family for advice on dealing with their own rebellious teens. Ramon and his wife were candid about the challenges they faced, emphasizing that every child is different. "What worked for Angel might not work for everyone," Ramon said. "But if there's one thing we've learned, it's that love and consistency are key. You have to show your kids you care enough to hold them accountable." Looking back, Angel admitted that the punishment, though harsh, was a turning point in his life. "It made me realize how much my parents care about me, even if it didn't feel that way at first," he said. "They could have just yelled at me or grounded me, but they went out of their way to teach me something I'll never forget." As the family moved forward, Angel's relationship with his parents grew stronger, built on a new foundation of mutual respect and understanding. For Ramon and his wife, it was a reminder that tough love, when guided by compassion, can lead to meaningful change.